we are. We're 50% penetrated. And so we still have 50% of the population to go. As to the future of the net, you can certainly see several trends. One of them is more wireless access. Smartphones are turning out to be the avenue through which a lot of people first are introduced to the net, and maybe that will be their primary means of getting access to the internet's contents and to interacting with it. I think higher speeds are almost absolutely predictable. They've been going up forever, up from 300 bits per second to now well over 10 gigabits a second at the edge, to say nothing of the core of the net, which we see running at 100 to 400 gigabits a second. So over time, that'll get faster and faster. I think we'll also find ways of making access more available around the world where it isn't right now. So low Earth orbit satellites, medium Earth satellites, more undersea fiber and terrestrial fiber networks, and much more use of radio connectivity at increasingly high frequencies, up in the 60, 75, 85 gigahertz range. So we'll see lots more opportunity for connecting to the network. I think you will also see this cloud computing avenue for providing services continue to expand until it's replaced by something else. But at the moment, it's a very efficient way of providing service to very large numbers of users. I mean, Facebook is reported to have 2 billion users. Google, I don't know how many, but it's certainly well in excess of 1 billion. So those are part of the obvious futures for the net. I think the challenges associated with this will be whether the net will continue to be an end-to-end one network system where it's essentially unencumbered by artificial barriers that get in the way of easy end-to-end interaction. The thing that has made the network so valuable is that you could assume if you could connect to it, that you could also connect to all the hundreds of millions, if not billions, of devices that are already on it. And that freedom to do that connection has elicited all kinds of new ideas for applications. So we call this permissionless innovation, and I hope that that's going to continue, that people will have this freedom to try new ideas without having to get agreements from governments and every internet service provider in the world. So my hope is that we will see a continued expansion and continued connectivity and interoperability of all parts of the network, and an increasing effort to make the network safer for people to use. It's a hazardous place now, thanks to all the various potential attacks that can be made by people that don't have your best interests in mind. And so if we're going to have a successful internet, it has to be a safe and secure one. And that's going to have to be part of the future. What can people do to assure that future? Well, several things. First of all, they can insist on an open, free, or freely accessible and interoperable internet. Second, they can learn how to be more safe and secure in their use of the network. And they can insist that the manufacturers of software and hardware and other apparatus that make the internet work focus on making it safe and secure, that has to be a part of the bargain for getting online. Those are the things that people need to act upon. The Internet Society has an opportunity to assist in that by becoming a voice for those properties that have made the Internet so valuable, and to help organize the users of the Internet to make their voices heard and their needs visible to governments and to industry.